A very good afternoon and welcome to Inside Sports. My name is Jeff Mogiri and we begin here with the volleyball because tomorrow the Kenya Volleyball Federation League begins on the second leg, and the Trailblazers, one of the teams which is participating, and among them it's Kapu, which is also set to play 2 games on Friday. But now Trailblazers have sent a warning to their rivals and saying this time round they're in for the second leg, not just to finish but also to ensure that they're in a good place to be in the playoffs and win this title yet again. Also to represent Africa is one of their aims here. Let's listen in to Davis Mbere, who caught up with them, and they had this discussion about what they're doing to ensure that they get the best results and also to better themselves as well as to ensure that they become champions of Africa. Listen in.
A very good afternoon. Yes, I am at the Absa Sports Club where the team, I'm talking about Trailblazers, who are taking part in the men's KVF league. They're actually sharpening the arsenal ahead of the second leg, which is scheduled to kick off on 29th of November to 1st of December at Kasarani and Nyayo Volleyball Court. So I'll be speaking to them just to share with us how they are preparing. Remember, in Nyeri, in their opening leg, they won 2 matches. I'm talking about winning against KVF and going ahead actually to win another match, and they lost against the defending champions. I'm talking about Kenya Prison. So I'll be speaking to the captain and also the technical bench led by the head coach, who actually took over in October this year. I'll start with the captain. Welcome on KTN News. Of course, I found you in high spirits training ahead of the second leg. How is the training so far?
I think the training is continuing well. We are in high spirits. As you can see, the boys are really pushing towards gearing towards the second leg, and hopefully before the second leg kicks off, we'll have sharpened all whatever we learned that we need to do well from the first leg, and hopefully we collect maximum points in the second leg.
Of course, the first leg wasn't that smooth. You had to fight for the points. How was it, and maybe some of the things that you learned from there and you're coming in to rectify in your training?
I think there are a lot of positives to be collected from the first leg. Bearing in mind we are in kind of a transitionary mode. We have some new players. We have a couple of new players actually. We added, I think, 5 to 6 players. So it's relatively a newer team that it's trying to gel. And there's a lot of hope and positivity from the new players. They are catching on well. Out of the maximum 9 points, we managed to get 6 points, which is not that bad considering we are a relatively new team. But onward we soldier on, and hopefully we collect maximum points in the second leg.
Going into the second leg, of course, you're going to face the likes of Kenya Ports Authority. How are you preparing yourself?
I think mentally we are okay. Physically, as you've seen from our strength and conditioning, our bodies are okay. Those are points that we expect to collect. There are 2 teams that we managed to defeat in the previous season. So we expect nothing apart from 6 points from the second leg.
Let's talk about the training. You've been training indoors, and some of the matches are being actually played outdoor. How does that affect you as a player?
I think basically we need to first understand that volleyball is an indoor sport. I think as a country we are lagging behind in terms of where volleyball should be played. Volleyball is an indoor sport, and the indoor sport provides a good and stable environment where players can express themselves. Remember, in the outdoor environment there are a lot of factors that can swing a game in either way. There's a lot of wind, the sun may be blazing in your eyes, it may be dusty, but when it's played in an indoor environment, it's up to the players to really show the best of themselves. So I think the transition is a bit hard, but we are very grateful for the Federation for the second leg and the subsequent legs. Hopefully we shall be able to compete in those.
Of course, as you say, you're Trailblazers. Are you going maybe forward to blaze so hard in the league and maybe go for the title this time round?
Yeah, I think the minimum we expect and our fans should expect from us is be in the final. That's the threshold we've put ourselves. This is our 3rd year in the league. So I think by now we've kind of known the ins and outs of the league. So this year, for our fans, expect nothing apart from a final showpiece.
Yes. Thank you so much. Maybe a word, your parting shot?
I think I'd like to thank our fans. They support us steadfastly and we hope to give our best in the second leg and the subsequent legs. They are welcome to come at Nyayo. Our matches are at Nyayo. They can come one, come all, and let's go Blazers.
Let's go Blazers. That is the captain of actually Trail Blazers just sharing with us and telling us they are ready. And this time round, he is assuring their fans they are going for nothing but the title. So I'll be speaking to one man who's been instrumental in the team since Geoffrey Omondi left to join Kenya Pipeline's women's side. And this is the head coach. He was actually appointed in October this year, and there is high hopes that he is carrying right now. Coach, welcome on KTN. Just introduce yourself and talk to us. How are the boys?
The boys are good, no problem. As you've seen the technology that's working now, we're going AI. That's right.
And that means technology, and on the other side, players, there is something that is going to change. There is going not to be normal as they used to be.
It's true. It's not going to be business as usual. We decided to, because you have a very young team, we decided to gauge and measure all the aspects of the game. Accuracy, psychologically we are doing everything. We are getting mentally strong. And now we're just doing the speed. We are measuring the speed, gauging the speed. This will help in wipe-offs and balls that are going out of the court that we picked easily thereof. Yes.
Coach, taking over in October, and right now you have a very big squad. How can you talk about your squad right now?
Yeah, the squad is big, but definitely there is that pecking order. That one comes out of training. It depends on how a player responds in training and how he has set his own goals. The team goals could be set, as you have heard the captain say, that we are going nothing short of this final. Then maybe there's a player who has got his own goals, which are under that. So definitely it's a matter of merging all that, putting the team goals ahead of us, and then everybody will think big and think uniformly.
Coach, some of the things I witnessed and I realized while in Nyeri, I think it was more of serving. Are you going to work on that? Because when you become so lenient on serving, you're giving your opponent a way of building on blocks.
Yeah, we decided that opponents will sweat to give their points. Will not give points to our opponents, because those will be opponents' error for us. And then the opponents will, of course, in Nyeri we had so many problems with the service, but we're doing it now because we're in a new environment, indoor. So I think we shall not be affected by the wind, the sun, and everything else. Yes.
Coach, right now we're going to the second leg, and of course you're going to meet some of the clubs, including KVF, who actually defeated the Trail Blazers last season in the playoffs. How are you working around to see your revenge?
We've got all of them in our system. So from next week, we shall be doing a lot of video analysis, and then we shall put them into practice. And then we shall, because it's a game a day, so we have no problem with drawing up the game plan for against KPA. And we have no hurry in any game we shall be playing, because we shall be having statistics of every set, every rotation, and we shall be able to learn what to do in the next set or next rotation. That's what we're going for.
Your parting shot, maybe, Coach?
Let's keep the ball flying.
That is head coach Epoloto just talking to us. And of course, they are ready for the second leg. Remember, they are actually positioned number 3 on the standings with 6 points, which they picked from the 2 wins they got in the first leg that was played in Nyeri, and losing 1 match against Kenya Prison. So going into the second leg in Nyayo and Kasarani Stadium, we shall wait and see how the Trail Blazers will be performing in the men's league. Back to you in studio.